Okay, you'll have to excuse my allergies. Not feeling so good, but the show must go on. Um, we're gonna talk about this. Yeah, no, his name is Ahmed, and he had an alleged fake bomb. Okay, now there's always several different stories and myth and legend and folklore and all sort of bullshit, but so very few people have the exact right story. But the story that first circulated was that this 14-year-old Muslim kid made a clock, brought it to school, showed it to the engineering teacher. The engineering teacher liked it, but said, listen, don't show it around, keep it cool. And several hours later, in a later period at the end of the day, it was in a case, and the case started beeping, and somewhere or another, someone called, the teacher or an administrator called 911, police came, and he was arrested for having a fake bomb. Now, having a device that is mistaken for a bomb is often considered a less serious offense than deliberately making a fake bomb. Okay, in the Texas Penal Code, they said it, and every state has a penal code about making a fake bomb. You make a device hoping it'll be mistaken for a bomb, either to scare the shit out of people, or to kidnap someone, strap it to them, and make them rob a bank. And it's pretty much going to be a felony, especially today, to make a to deliberately make a fake bomb for the purpose of scaring the shit out of people. But if someone mistakes it for a bomb accidentally, they may just say, okay, disturbing the peace. Now, he was suspended from school for 3 days. He was arrested, but I've been told the arrest has been expunged from his record, which is typically reserved for a judge to do. He was invited to the White House. He was given all this free shit, blah, blah, blah. There's this big conversation about Islamophobia, blah, blah, blah. Here's the true story. He bought an old clock, which is at least 30 years old. He must have bought it online or some, people buy. There are people that actually collect old technology just for fun. And there are people that buy old technology to strip it for parts for their personal clock, stuff like that. He bought an old clock. He probably paid $5 for it. He took the housing out and the skin, all that bullshit, and just the clock itself and the wiring, put it in a case, showed the engineering teacher. Later on, he's in class and the case beeps. One thing leads to another, and the police are called. He doesn't really want to cooperate with them, and they bust him. Now, his father is sort of sympathetic to radical Islam. I think his father ran for fucking president in some fucking shithole country. His sister did make a bomb threat. I don't know if it was last year or sometime, but his sister did make a bomb threat. Making a bomb threat is a felony, even if you're joking. So they had a little more reason to be cautious than you would think. Now, we live in a post-September 11th and post-Boston Marathon world. Now, if you watch, and I've seen every documentary on the Columbine shooting in the English language, and every single student, teacher, parent, blah, 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 says the same shit. Where were the parents? Where were the teachers? Where was the judge? They were on probation already. They were being watched already. If you look at the Columbine incident specifically, every single person says, where was this, that, why didn't you look into it? If you look at all these mass shootings and all these fucking mass attacks lately, there's always someone that comes out and says, I heard him say this last week, but I thought he was joking. or he did say that at one point, or he was bothering me but I wrote it off, or even the fucking Navy Yard guy was talking to aliens or some fucking shit like that. Okay? So every single solitary time there is a mass shooting or a fucking school attack or a bombing, we always say we missed the warning signs. Even the fucking Tsarnaev brothers, okay? I mean, they were white Muslims from Europe. They came here to flee oppression. They went back home a couple times for some reason. They collected fucking welfare. And the Russian government, which is not that friendly with us, warned us about them. Then they said, oh, fucking bombers going off. Oh, okay? So here you have a situation where something happens and the teacher acted. And the police acted. Now, to put this into perspective, legal mumbo jumbo aside, and the Constitution aside, if a police officer thinks your package is suspicious, you better let him handle it slowly. Okay, if the police officer says that package is suspicious, or if it fucking beeps, okay, he is going to automatically interpret that as a bomb threat in this day and age. Forget about the law. And if I were you, I would cooperate as much as possible, because if he honestly and reasonably believes you have a fucking bomb in your hand, the gun is coming out. Okay? This kid got treated a lot more gentle than I would have thought. He's being invited to the White House, and fucking a lot of bull. Now, about the White House, if this 14-year-old Muslim kid went to the White House with a little case and he wouldn't give it to the Secret Service, he wouldn't answer questions about it, he wouldn't put it on the scanner, and the fucking thing beeped, he would have got shot. Okay? We live in an era where we have to be cautious of everything. Now, when we found out the kid bought the clock and stripped it a little bit, put it, okay, many people are believing now, and I'm one of them, that this kid did this for the sole purpose of getting attention. He wanted to get in trouble so he could make a big deal out of it. And a lot of Islamophobic, it's because he's brown. Let me ask you something. There was a 5-year-old white girl who was suspended from school. Was she fucking pre-K? Because she had a Hello Kitty bubble gun. It was filled with liquid, it shoots bubbles, and she threatened to shoot a kid with it. There was 1,000 kids in high school suspended because they had an erased shirt. They had the Minuteman or the musket, the tri-corner hat on their shirt. This, that, the other thing. There were kids suspended for American flag shirts. There were high school seniors driving around with American flags on their pickup trucks suspended. Okay, so if you're gonna suspend a white kid because he wears an NRA T-shirt or an American flag T-shirt, why is it okay for a brown kid to come into school with a fucking questionable device? Now, let's assume that this really was a bomb, because let's face it, since September 11th, 99.99999% of bombings were done by Muslims. I'm sorry, that's the truth. And what would have happened if that really was a real device? And it went off in the classroom. And 10 kids were killed. And 20 kids were seriously wounded. We're talking body parts missing, fucking shrapnel in their brain. Okay? And the teacher survived. And the teacher said, I heard a beep, but I ignored it. Or I heard a beep, but the kid's Muslim. I didn't want to make a big deal out of it. Okay? Look at that aspect of it. Look at the aspect of this time wasn't serious, but the last time was serious, and the next time will be serious. Before you start this Islamic phobic shit. Okay? And before you talk about Islamic phobic, okay, when was the last time the Muslim community sympathized with us? Okay, if a brown kid has a case and the case beeps and someone freaks out and calls 911, that's Islamophobia. But if on his fucking truck. But if a brown person throws a rock at a guy with a long beard and says, "Kill the fucking Jews," or if a brown person throws a fucking bomb, a Molotov cocktail bomb at a church, and he goes, "Allahu Akbar," what is that? Okay? If I freak out because an Islamic kid has a package that I think looks freaky, I'm an Islamophobe. But if someone looking exactly like that kid sets up a fucking bomb or beheads someone, it's workplace violence, I'm being I mean, what the fuck? Now I'm going to give you a couple of examples. Okay? My sister's best friend has two sons that are about my niece's ages. My sister's girls. 18 and 21. They're about that. My sister's friend grew up in New Jersey, then moved to Arizona, had the kids, then moved to Florida, and she lives in Florida now. Now in 2002, her kids and her husband at the time, she was divorced, excuse me, came to New Jersey, with my sister. And they went to one of those frontier cowboy towns, the fucking, yeah. And the kids bought little toy guns, the revolver, the little fucking single actions. And they're getting ready to go back to Florida. I wasn't there, I found out about it later. And they're getting ready to go back to Florida. And my sister's best friend is packing the bags. "Okay, boys, give me the toy guns." Takes the toy guns, puts them in the carry-on bag. They get to the airport. This is less than a year after 9/11. They get to the airport. They throw the bag on the scanner. And there was a time that after 9/11, airports had actual federal. This is the time where TSA is taking over. It's going from private security to TSA at this point. But my cousin, the National Guard officer, when he was a second lieutenant, he did the airport security after 9/11 in JFK. And he said that they were getting to the point where they had FBI, marshals, DEA at the airports. I actually heard the FBI was there. But they put their bag on the scanner, and then by the time they get to the other side, the mother, the father, and the two boys who were at the time 3 and 6, I think, are against the fucking wall with agents there. Yeah. The toy guns were confiscated. Nowadays, they would have got taken in the back, they would have got written up, they would have got photographed, they would have been, but they just gave them a verbal warning, no report, but they confiscated the toy guns. Because the guy watching the scanner, all he sees is the revolver. He's now like, wait a minute, white guy, white girl, white boys, they're fine. Gun. Okay? Now, do I blame them? No. Even though that woman is practically my sister, I don't blame them. Because what if they let it go? They're toy guns. They're white people. They're toy guns. And the toy guns got on the plane, but they ended up being real guns. And something happened. Okay? Now I'll give you another example. I'm in the Disney Vacation Club. I go there every year. In August of 2000, I'm 18 years old. I was in Disney World, and I bought a little toy Derringer from one of the Frontier little standees. It's got fake pearl grips, metal, looks like stainless steel, but it's just bullshit metal. It has a hammer that cocks, and there's an orange plug inside the muzzle. When I went to the airport, I had it in my pocket. Now, back then, before 9/11, you had a security, not a TSA, a regular security person with the tray out. Put your metal objects in this tray. All the metal objects in the tray. You walk through, pick the metal objects, put them back in your pocket. No wallet, no cell phone, no hat, no shoes, no fucking underwear, none of that shit. I put the little toy down. You could actually carry a 4-inch knife back then on a fucking plane. I could have literally went to the fucking security guard like this. Okay, here's my knife. Here's my rescue tool. Put him in the tray and went with it. But now, woman thought nothing of it and gave back my little fucking toy. If I did that 15 months later, that woman would have tripped me and she would have stood 1 foot on my spine, 1 foot on my head. Yeah, she would have literally been standing on top of my body with 1 foot on my spine and 1 foot on my head, and I would have had fucking guys tackle me if it happened a couple of months later or a year later. Okay? You cannot take a chance. Okay? And this fucking little scumbag, I mean, he's getting scholarship offers. He's getting fucking invites to government officials. He's getting the fucking liberal media. And I'm like, okay, where are all the people that said after 9/11, see something, say something? And where were all these fucking scumbags when white kids were suspended for having toy guns in school, when a 5-year-old white girl got suspended for having a bubble gun? Where were these scumbags? That kid should have been arrested. And if I was the principal of that school, or if I was the superintendent of that school, I would have expelled that little fucking kid. Because now we know that he made the device, he bought the clock, stripped it, and made the setup for the sole purpose of causing attention. That can fall under the category of fake bomb. You took this clock and brought it to school hoping it would be mistaken for a device and hoping you would get in trouble. Now obviously the little bastard has to go to juvenile court, but, you know, then fuck this kid. Okay, fuck this kid. They don't care about you. And I mean all the liberals don't care about you. White liberals, black liberals, no liberal cares about you. None of these bleeding heart media cocksuckers care about you or me. Okay? If I got arrested because I had a pocket knife, they wouldn't care. If I had an NRA hat at an airport and I got hauled in the back and I had to ship you at me, they wouldn't give a fuck. It's called a double standard. And the next time a white kid gets suspended for having a fucking American flag on his t-shirt, I mean, they've had kids that wanted to wear shit for their parents in the military. You got a kid whose parents are in the military and they want to wear either a t-shirt for their parents or a dog tag for their parents or a hat for their parents. You know, my dad is a U.S. Marine, and the schools say, no, it violates the dress code, or no, it propagates violence. I mean, what the fuck, man? Okay, there was an on-duty cop. There have been on-duty cops. There was an on-duty cop. He walked into Starbucks with his gun because he's a fucking on-duty cop. They threw him out. If I was that cop, I would have been like, when was the last time you changed the batteries in the smoke detector? There's a little too much dust on the counter here. That fire exit sign isn't completely open. How many people can fit in here according to the fire department? 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's what I would have been like, okay? Let me tell you something. My city, if you throw a cop out of your fucking restaurant, good luck when your restaurant gets robbed. Okay? So, they throw cops out of Starbucks for having a gun. They suspend little white kids for having American flag t-shirts and NRA fucking t-shirts. But then this kid gets in trouble for a fucking device. Well, you know what? Boo-hoo, motherfuckers. Thank you.